be at all?
I don't think it will change the trajectory of Representative Parsons' bill. Our concern has always been how do you enforce this, how do you enforce Prop B. So I haven't seen the details, I haven't seen where he's getting the money from. Is it from a fee increase or where it's from? So I'd have to look at the specifics, but I'm open to work with the governor on that.
When do you plan to bring that bill up? I know it's in Rules Committee, but could it come next week?
That's a question that's better for the majority leader.
Do you know when that's going to come up?
Well, it's not on my calendar yet, and in addition to that, we had 2 Senate bills on the calendar this week, and I sent what I hope is a very gracious message to the Senate by bringing up both of those bills, and we don't even have to send those bills back. They were truly agreed and finally passed. So, as the Speaker mentioned at the beginning of session, we sat down with the Senate and we discussed priorities, and it seemed that most of their priorities were our priorities. We have, I believe, sent all of those House bills over, and I would like to see a little action on some of those House bills before we simply truly agree and finally pass every Senate bill that comes to the calendar. I'd like to see a little bit of attention paid to all of the hard work that the House has done. The House made a commitment to doing a lot of hard work before spring break, and I'd like to see the Senate take note of that.
So you are concerned about the pace over in the Senate? You are.
There are only 5 weeks left in session, and I'm concerned about the pace, yes.
I want to come back to my question about the third read imperfection.
Sure.
Are you, by doing that, if there were to be a veto, does that make it easier to have that veto override in May rather than in September? Is that something that you're considering?
Well, I mean, my reasoning of third reading on the same day is just to make sure that we get it to the Senate as soon as possible. This process has not moved as fast as I originally had hoped it would be. It's not anybody's fault. It's a very difficult process when you go from 9 to 8. So, I was pretty much on record that I wanted to get it done and get it out of the House so we could move on to other things. And so that's the sole reason.
Are you concerned it could be a distraction?